Yo, what is going on, guys? We are in this wooded area right now, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a spring snare. Now, I just walked around a little bit, and these ones, see, they're still green, and they go up when, like, after you pull them down, you know. But you want to find one that springs up really fast, like this dead one right here. That goes up like super fast. So this is a stick I'm gonna be using. And then I'm gonna grab a couple more sticks and I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, guys, so I got this stick right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one end of it and we're gonna sharpen this. Keep hearing like squirrels and whatnot running around through the trees. All right, so now that you've got an end sharpened like that, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take this stick. This stick's probably about a foot long, and I actually found a spot where I can prop you guys up, because I didn't bring a tripod, probably because I don't have a tripod, might be the reason. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this stick and you're gonna take a saw. You can use a knife for this, but a saw is a lot easier and it makes a cleaner cut. So I just have this little pocket knife here with a saw built in. We're gonna pull this saw out, and then I'm gonna take about right here on the stick. So you want enough to you can stick in the ground to where when you have a rope attached to this, your spring pole isn't gonna pull this out of the ground. Now I'm gonna take right here and I'm gonna saw this in half. Okay, so I got these two pieces now sawed in half. Now what you're gonna do, I haven't built one of these in a long time, but if I remember right, what you want to do is you want to make sure that both ends are flat, just because it'll make it a lot cleaner of a job. And then you want these to lock together like this. So you need to carve a hook right here and a hook right here, and so these two are gonna hook into each other like that. Now what we're gonna do is we gotta take and carve a notch at the top of this, where you're gonna tie your rope that is then gonna be attached to your spring pole. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got a notch on this side and a notch on this side. Clean that off. And now we're gonna head back over to our spring pole and put our snare together. All right, guys, now I switched over to the head cam just because I couldn't find anywhere to prop the camera up, and I figured it would be a better view. What we're gonna do is take your spring pole and then you're gonna take your cordage. Now this is lime green, which is, or it's like fluorescent green, which is not ideal at all, but it's what I had, and I'm not actually using this. By the way, it is illegal to use spring-loaded snares in most states and most places around the world. So this is just if you are in a survival situation, and you don't want to set this just like in the middle of a field. Like, you want to find a trail like I have right here, as you can see, and you're gonna want to funnel your animal into your trap. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that your line is straight, and you're gonna take your stick, the top part of your trigger, and then so now I'm gonna tie this real tight around my stick. There we go. All right, now what we need to do is we need to make sure our triggers fit together good, and we're gonna stick the bottom part of our trigger into the ground, And it doesn't need to be super firm into the ground, just firm enough to where when you set your trap, then your spring pole doesn't have enough strength to pull this out of the ground. So the ground here is really hard, so I'm just gonna have to tap it in. But if you do need to tap it in, be careful that you don't snap the top part of your trigger, because if you do, then well, you're gonna have to recarve it, and that won't be fun. So now you're gonna pull this part down and make sure that these two fit together. Okay, now this is set, and don't get your face above that stick, because if this goes off, it'll whip you in the face real good. Now, what you need to do now is make a snare or a noose, and I need to sharpen my knife. And how you're gonna do that is take your cordage, or if you already have like an actual noose, then you can just attach that to this. But if you don't, like, you're most likely not going to, and you know, situation where you have to get food, then you just do this. So take and tie a knot, as you see, or tie a loop, and then I'm gonna go down like right here, make another cut, and then put this end through here, and yeah, like that. If your face was in front of that, it wouldn't feel good. Now it is basically done. Now I'm just gonna show you how to set it. So bring this down here and lock your two pieces together. Okay, now we've got this set, and what you're gonna do is your noose is gonna be sitting upright like this. Okay, I'll give you a good shot of this. It's not the prettiest thing ever, and so now what's gonna happen is the animal's gonna walk through here, and it's gonna get caught in this, and as it's struggling, it's gonna get lifted up off the ground.